Hi, I am Dr. Arsalan Khan and today we are going to solve the MCQs on respiration. The first question is, the position of vocal cords in the neck can be demonstrated as, given options are from back to front, from front to back, from top to bottom, or from lateral to medial. In this question he is asking about the position of vocal cords present in the larynx or neck region. It should be kept in mind that there are two fibrous bands extending from the larynx called the vocal cords. Two vocal cords are rising from the back of the larynx and extending towards the anterior portion or anterior part of the larynx. So the exact position of the vocal cords in the neck is from back to front. So the option A is correct. Lateral and medial are basically the anatomical positions. Lateral means away from the central or median plane, while medial means towards the central or body plane. The organs which are away from the center of the body are called lateral organs, and the organs which are near to the center of the body are called medial organs. Next question is, blood in pulmonary exit is rich in, given options are oxygen, carbon dioxide, nitrogen, or energy. The word pulmonary refers to the lungs, and pulmonary exit means that the blood is carried away from the lungs by the pulmonary veins. So the pulmonary veins which carry blood away from the lungs towards the left atrium of the heart, these are rich in oxygen. These supply the oxygenated blood to the left portion of the heart, and therefore the correct option is A, the oxygen. Blood in pulmonary exit or lungs in the pulmonary vein, this is rich in oxygen. Next question is, the fastest enzyme in the body is, given options are lactase, carbonic anhydrase, lipase, or urease. Lactase is required for the digestion of lactose. Carbonic anhydrase, it is the respiratory enzyme which acts with the oxyhemoglobin and carboxyhemoglobin. Lipase digests the lipids, and urease, it splits the urea. So this is a fact-based question, and it should be kept in mind that the carbonic anhydrase, the respiratory enzyme, it is the fastest enzyme present in the body. So the option B is correct. Next question is, increased carbon dioxide level will dash the blood pH. When the blood carbon dioxide level is increased, this condition is called hypoxia because the oxygen level is ultimately decreased due to increased carbon dioxide level. And this carbon dioxide, it reacts with the water of the blood to form carbonic acid, H2CO3. This is acidic and reduce the pH of the blood to acidic level. So in this option, decrease is correct one because the increased carbon dioxide level will decrease the blood pH to acidic level due to the production of carbonic acid. Next question is, pulmonary surfactant, it is present in dash of lungs. Given options are pleura, air sacs, bronchioles, or alveoli. Pulmonary surfactant is a chemical compound which we will discuss in the next question. It is released from the alveoli of the lung. The function of the pulmonary surfactant is to reduce the surface tension between the alveolar walls and the inhaled air so that the alveoli may not collapse during the process of inhalation or exhalation. The pulmonary surfactant, it protects the surface layer of the alveoli. So the pulmonary surfactant, it is released by the alveoli, not from the bronchioles or pleura. However, the air sac option is also present here. The alveoli are also called air sac, but the more specific type is alveoli. The option air sacs, it is also correct up to some extent because the alveoli are also called as air sacs, but the more specific term used here is the alveoli. Alveoli are responsible for the secretion of the pulmonary surfactants. Next question is very much important. It asks that the pulmonary surfactant is composed of. The composition of pulmonary surfactant is asked here. Options are dipalmitoyl phosphatidylcholine, phosphoenolcholine, both are phosphatidic acid. This is a fact-based question, and it should be learned by heart that the chemical compound dipalmitoyl phosphatidylcholine is the ingredient of pulmonary surfactants secreted by the alveoli of the lungs to reduce the surface tension between the alveoli and air during the process of inhalation or exhalation. So the option dipalmitoyl phosphatidylcholine is correct. Next question is, involuntary control of breathing lies in. Given options are the parts of the brain, the cerebrum, pons, medulla oblongata, and spinal cord. So it's a very common question that involuntary control of the breathing, it lies in the medulla oblongata. So the option C is correct, while the voluntary control of breathing lies in the cerebrum. Next question is, estimated number of alveoli in both lungs is. Now he is asking about the number of alveoli present in both of the lungs. So the given options are 3 to 5 millions, 5 to 7 millions, 7 to 10 millions, or 50 millions. Again, this is a fact-based question, and the number of alveoli present in both lungs of an average human adult is 5 to 7 millions. Next is a conceptual question, that dash gas remains unaltered during the respiration. Unaltered means unchanged. That which gas has no effect on the process of respiration. Given options are oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, or none of these? As we know that during the process of inhalation, 78% of nitrogen is inhaled, 21% of oxygen is inhaled, and 0.01% carbon dioxide is inhaled. While during expiration, 78% nitrogen is again exhaled, 16% oxygen is exhaled, and 4% carbon dioxide is exhaled. So during these two processes, the oxygen has been changed from 21 to 16%, the carbon dioxide is changed from 0.01% to 4%, the nitrogen, it remained unaltered, unchanged from the 78%. Option B is correct, that nitrogen is the gas which remains unaltered, unchanged during the process of respiration or breathing. Next question is, dash is not function of the windpipe. Windpipe means trachea. So he is asking about the functions which is not performed by trachea. So the given options are air filtration, air warming up, air moistening, and exchange of gases. All of these are the function of trachea except the exchange of gases, which is the function of alveoli, because exchange of gases occur only in the alveoli of the lungs. While cilia in the trachea cause air filtration, cilia are present in the trachea which cause filtration of the air. The air is warmed up by the blood capillaries present in the trachea, and air is moistened up by the mucus secreted from the trachea, goblet cells. Goblet cells are responsible for the secretion of mucus. So all these three are the functions of the trachea except the exchange of gases which is performed in the lungs in the alveolar cells. Next question is, during ingestion, upper nasal tract is kept closed by dash. Given options are epiglottis, hard palate, uvula, or vulva. If we look back into the mechanism of digestion, during ingestion of the food or bolus from the mouth to the pharynx, the uvula or soft palate, it extends upwardly and closes off the nasal passageway or nasal tract so that the breathing may not be favored during the process of ingestion and air may not come. Similarly, when the food moves ahead from the pharynx to the esophagus, then again to prevent entry of the food into the respiratory tract or larynx, the epiglottis, the cover or lid above the glottis or larynx, it closes off to close the respiratory tract so that the food may be ingested into the esophagus, not into the larynx or trachea. The epiglottis is responsible to close off the respiratory tract, while ingestion from mouth to pharynx, the uvula or soft palate is responsible for the closing of the respiratory tract or nasal passageway. So the option C is correct, that uvula is the organ which closes off the nasal passageway during the process of ingestion. Uvula is also called as soft palate, the posterior soft palate. Vulva is the exposed portion of the female reproductive tract. Hard palate is the roof of buccal cavity or mouth, and epiglottis, it is the lid or cover present on the glottis or larynx. So these were some important MCQs regarding respiration. Hope you have found great knowledge in these MCQs. Keep watching my videos. Thank you.